Wait, don't do it, stop! So let me quick tell you why I'm about to test this product that I bought based off of advertising I saw on Facebook. Earlier this spring, a friend of mine, whose initials are RL, I saw him, I was with him, he was trying to light a small backyard fire pit for some kids to roast weenies and marshmallows, and his pieces of oak he was using were rather large, and he had a little bit of kindling, and it took a long time for that fire to get going. It would have helped if the pieces of wood that he was using were split a little smaller. Unfortunately, he can't just get up and swing a wood maul to split the wood smaller. So I thought there had to be a product for him to be able to use easily when he's doing a backyard fire pit, where he can split his pieces into smaller and smaller pieces, and maybe they'll light a little faster. So I started doing some research, and I found some products, and they were a little bit pricey on the internet, but fortunately for me, Facebook found a product for me that was at a much more reasonable price. So I went ahead and ordered it, and it took about 2 months to arrive at my address.
So here's what arrived in the mail. This is the box the product came in. I did open it to make sure it was what I thought it was, and it was. So this isn't really an unboxing video, but I'll show you what came in the box here. The box was slightly damaged, but I think it's a pretty stout material. It should be able to handle a little bit of damage to the box. Let's pull it out here. All right, it's nicely wrapped up to protect it from the elements. And here is our new product. Not exactly as advertised. It's pretty light. In fact, it's very light. Appears to be of a pretty thin gauge material. You can see there's a little bit of crooked welds here. It does have little spot welds. A little extra support built in there. It is missing the holes that were in the advertisement for bolting it down to a stump or some other firm surface while you're swinging that wood maul at it to hold it still so it doesn't go flying. But we'll run it through the paces and see how it does.
Naturally, I went back to try to find who I bought it from to see if I could return it. So I looked back at the link I sent my wife to place the original order, and naturally that link was unavailable. So I searched the internet for a while, didn't find anything. But wouldn't you know it, good old Facebook heard my cries for help and presented me with the information. Of course, it was Gas King. That must have been who I bought it from. That was the ad I saw. No, wait. Maybe it was Teresa UA. That sounded more familiar. Wait. Oil King? Didn't sound familiar, but it sure was the ad I saw. Jim Wait? I should have waited a while. Maybe it was Keith. Joyful Happy. Tamos? That didn't sound familiar. Definitely not Buo. Alimus? Lord Bees? More like Lord are gonna rip somebody off on Facebook. And it must have been USA Irving Sweet. Patriotic. Sounds like a sweet deal as well. It was during the search I realized that I was never going to figure out who I bought this from, and there's no way to return it because it was just a big scam. They used someone else's ad to sell stuff on Facebook. So I decided to go ahead and test the product that I had in hand.
All right, time for me to do a little drilling here so I can secure this down on a log before I try to swing a wood maul at that. Just going to use my cordless here to drill some holes in it. Alright, let's go secure this down. Before I test this new product, let me get into the proper manly attire. That's better. So for this first test, I'm going to do like the advertisement shows. A little kid using a small engineer's hammer or something like that. I think this is a 2-pounder, maybe a 3-pounder. I'm going to use the rottenest, driest piece of wood that already has a split that I made by hand. Let's see if it survives this first test. Hey! Passed the first test. All right, going for the real test now. Swinging my 8-pound wood maul at it, using the hammer side and a piece of wood that I cut this year. Wah, wah, wah. Come closer. So let's see what's left here. So it came into 3 parts with 1 swing. It did get stuck in the metal or in the wood, embedded. I don't know what that is. A centimeter. I don't think this is a useful product in its current form.
And so, in the spirit of the holidays, I went to a local store which luckily had a product that was similar to what I wanted. I went ahead and made the purchase, and I think you'll agree it's a little bit more substantial than the one I got through the Facebook ad. Here they are side by side. If I do some funny camera work, I can make one look almost as big as the other, but if I switch that effect around, I think you'll see that jig is clearly up. I could stack one inside the other one quite easily, but when I tried it the other way, it was going to crush the Facebook product literally. So I didn't take that picture. Here it is, the original product, 10 ounces. The new one I bought at a local store was almost 200 ounces. So for twice the price, I got 20 times the product. In fact, the empty cardboard box the new product came in weighs more than the actual product I got from the Facebook ad. In the end, I'm not bitter or upset about getting ripped off through a Facebook ad. I'm just happy to find a way to get us to sit and spend more time with family and friends in front of the campfire. And if this is just one more way to make that easier for us, then I'm all for it. Merry Christmas. Boo, y'all.